Hello, brother. How to respect yourself more. So, this is such an important topic. This is everything that you need in terms of mental health. If you respect yourself, it truly changes your life. I know with me, for example, as I tried to respect myself more, it wouldn't do anything. But as I literally did the things that caused me to think, wow, I'm doing really good in this, I'm doing really good in this, I'm doing really good in this. Sure, I have that area to work on, but look what I'm doing here now. I didn't used to do this before. I started to respect myself. And as I started to respect myself, I was working harder. I started having less like depressive feelings. I started having less anxiety. So in this video, my promise is that I'm going to teach you everything that I did to respect myself more. And I know if you apply all these things, it's going to help you too. So, work hard on your goals at any level that's more than now. So this seems pretty self-explanatory. So you may be thinking, okay, yeah, work on my goals, whatever, at any level that's more than now. So what I mean by this is imagine this, right? This is like effort time. If usually you work on your goals like here, maybe like 3 out of 10, I'm not expecting you to start working at a 10 out of 10 and like massively respect yourself. No, rather I'm expecting you to be going here and then go little bit like this for a week and then fall down again and then a little bit like this. And then after a while, this becomes your new baseline. Then you start improving again and you go up to here and up to here. To illustrate this for you, if you were working out, for example, 30 minutes a day, and one of your goals, to look very attractive, to build up a nice physique, to be really strong, if you work out 30 minutes a day and then 3 months down the line you're working now 45 minutes a day, 60 minutes a day, you're working so much better towards your goals, you're feeling so much nicer about yourself. If you're here and you're studying for 30 minutes a day and you want to be studying for 2 hours a day, well, 2 hours a day may be up here, but now, after 2 months, you're studying for an hour a day because you went through the trials and tribulations of making that a consistent, more difficult habit. The reason why I tell you to do it like this, because if you do it like this, where you think, okay, I'm only doing 30 minutes, well, I'm going to do 2 hours. Okay, firstly, you miss because you can't just quadruple your work output, but then think, okay, yeah, next day, I'm going to do 4 hours the next day. Next day starts, you do nothing because 4 hours is ridiculous for your brain to cope. And then you keep thinking, yeah, I'll have this massive day. And maybe you'll have one good day when you do an hour and a half, and then you won't do anything for 3 days. The better way to do this is okay, I'm doing this much right now. My goal is for here. Well, that's a bit too difficult for me right now, and I missed yesterday. So you missed yesterday. Instead of thinking, okay, today I'm going to do this much, think, no, today I'll do this much. It's better than yesterday. If you can, you'll do this much, a little bit better than normal. And over time, it's going to go like this. Now, the way I can describe this is I have my timetable, and usually at the start of this year, I'd probably be 50% consistent with it. Today, I have been 100% consistent with it, and now I'm doing like extra work. I'm just recording like multiple videos in a day on top of my other work. Now, this isn't to boast, this is the fact that for years I was like this. For years, I'd have goals, yeah, I'm gonna work for 4 hours a day on my business, go to school, do this, work out for an hour and a half, and I wouldn't do any of it. Then I did this process for like a year consistently. And now, like if you zoom out of this, I've reached a stage where I'm a lot more productive. And you can do this too. Now, why is this important in respecting yourself? Because I wasn't trying to click there. Because if you work hard on the goals you really care about, you're gonna get all the benefits of them. And as you get the benefits of them, you're gonna respect yourself more. And not only that, think how you look at yourself differently on the days when, say, 12 p.m. midday, when one of those days, day A, you woke up at 7 and now have done like productive stuff for 5 hours. You worked out for an hour, you worked on your business for 2 hours, or your studies, or your work. You ate clean, you meditated, you gratitude journaled, you called a friend. You feel fantastic. Or day B, where you wake up at 9 instead of 7, and now you've spent 3 hours scrolling, watching porn, playing video games. You look in the mirror and you'll genuinely feel like repulsed at yourself in a way. Now, we don't want all that shame. We don't want, even the shame of all those habits. We want you to look at yourself in the mirror and feel really proud of yourself. Next point, improve your looks. What I mean by this is not necessarily, just look max and everything. I'm talking in the way of, you do want to look better, but you look better in the things that you currently feel like you could improve on. So this isn't necessarily like, yeah, bro, go get facial surgery and go do this skincare and everything. I mean, in the way of like, if you think, okay, in 5 years from now, if I work out every day, I'm gonna have a really attractive physique. If I start, if I go on a diet now for 6 months, my face will be a lot leaner, I'll look a lot better, I'll have abs, whatever. This is important in our day to day, for young men, obviously. You are treated based off your looks quite heavily. Girls treat you differently, guys treat you differently, even teachers and stuff treat you differently. It's just a subconscious human thing. And because you know this is important, you making progress towards it in areas you know you can improve in just feels so fantastic, man. It just feels so wholesome. Like looking back at a photo of yourself from 6 months ago in the gym and looking at one now and seeing good progress just feels so good for yourself. Because you think, damn, for 6 months I've been doing that. It's like, I put this example because it's kind of realizing your success in that way. And this, in this specific method, because it's something you are critiqued on, and once you know that other people are going to respect you more, you treat yourself nicer as well. If girls start start treating you better, and then you feel that, you'll have respect for yourself because you know you did that. It's like you accomplished that. Next, do good in the important areas of life. This links the previous point but is more subjective. So, for example, this is something that's for everyone. We'll talk about that later. But doing good in the important areas of your life is different for everyone. For you, it may be your studies, other person, maybe their business, other person, it's working out, other person, it's on their social skills, on their family life, on their relationships, whatever. Try set little goals for these every week. Try have your long term goals that you want to have a fantastic relationship, for example. Then you think, okay, well, every week I'll try start talking to two new girls, and I'm not talking like having multiple girlfriends. I mean the fact that most likely, especially at the start of this, you will speak to 100 girls before you get one that likes you properly enough to date you. Or take action, say in your studies, if you want to get really good grades. No, working towards your grades is good. It's really important. It's like self fulfilling that you're making progress towards it. But the realization of those rewards really makes you respect yourself more. It's like I know I worked hard for my grades and everything this year, but I felt the respect for myself when I opened the like letter from school to show my grades. That's when I had the respect for myself. If you're trying to work and say you're trying to hit an investment goal of, I don't know, like 5k, 10k, whatever, if you work for a few months or a year or something and then you save up enough money and you reach that, sure, you'll respect yourself every day additionally that you worked hard towards your goal. Of course, that's very important. But realizing that success also makes you feel so much better about yourself. It's like a eureka moment in your mind. Very, very, very important point, man. Improve your mental health. Now, you may be thinking, this is stupid. I want to respect myself more. Why am I improving my mental health? Improving your mental health is going to be the cornerstone of everything. As you improve your mental health, you're going to improve your self esteem because you will have less self deprecating thoughts, for example, less anxiety, less depressive, emotions. Now, very simple. You understand how important mental health is, literally feeling different, existing and feeling like you're in a different headspace is so important. Imagine waking up every morning and you're automatically so happy that you're smiling, or waking up every morning and you're like depressed level sad, or depressed level demotivated. Now, technically, you can still force yourself out of bed and go do the same things that you would if you were happy. But just imagine the difference in quality of life, man. So, some ways that I really, really recommend to use to start implementing to improve your mental health this week, this month. 1, meditation. 2, gratitude journaling. Let's get just into them as quick as possible because I don't want to be wasting your time. Gratitude journaling, open a notepad, open a Notion document. Better if you write things with a pen and paper. I just don't like to do it because I don't want someone to see my stuff. Like, I think I can write more authentically if I write it in like a secret document. 1, I am so grateful for this candle in my room because it smells nice. I'm so grateful for the fact that I live in this house. I'm so grateful for the fact that my mother's still alive. I'm so grateful for the fact that my friend is wanting to meet up tomorrow and it's going to be really fun or whatever. Now, there's two ways to do this. There's one that I don't really delve into in my videos because I think it's quite dangerous if you have bad mental health. It's negative gratitude journaling. So, for example, you think, okay, back to that point of, for me thinking, okay, my mother being alive and healthy and, seeing her every day, you can sit and think, okay, what would my life be like if my mum wasn't alive? And kind of think and ruminate that for 10, 20, 30 seconds and, feel really sad, feel the gut wrenching pain, and then bring yourself back and realize, well, I do have her now. Think how amazing that is. Think all the things I can say to her. And I did hear this advice online before, and I'm starting to implement it more now, where you can realize how amazing your life is now. But I know, especially when I had my worst mental health and I tried this practice, I just felt terrible. Like, it's like my baseline was here. I've now thought of this bad thing, and my baseline bounced back up to here when I did like the positive practice. So if you think that your mental health isn't that good right now, I wouldn't recommend this. I just do normal gratitude journaling. 10 points every day that you're grateful for. 3 points every day that you're grateful for. 1 point every day that you're grateful for. If you can, 50 things you're grateful for every day. And they can be as menial as the candle in your room or the fact that your parent is alive. Just do it consistently. Your brain will automatically level up in the skill of gratitude, which is directly correlated to happiness. Next, meditation. Meditation, just download an app such as Medito or any meditation app online. Start doing the shortest meditations and just start growing with it consistently. The thing that meditation is you're trying to focus on a point of focus, say your breath, for example. After 2 seconds, you lose your focus. You ruminate in that thought for 10, 20, 30 seconds, then you realize, wait, I'm supposed to be meditating. You bring it back. So to illustrate this is the focal point, your breath, sitting down, whatever. You go here into the fuzzy mess of thought. Then you realize, whoa, where am I, man? I'm supposed to be focusing on meditation. And you bring it back up to the meditation point. This difficult part is the actual meditation. Meditation isn't just staying present into this point, it's losing your focus and bringing it back. This upwards part is what gives you the XP of mindfulness. Now, why do we want mindfulness? We want mindfulness because it's going to reduce our anxiety, overthinking. It's mindfulness literally translates to like the presence, like staying in the moment. You're going to have a less anxious thought. You're going to be walking down the street and you're not going to think about beating that guy up or him having a knife or something, like ruminating in all these insane scenarios in your mind. Instead, you can just be present and calm in the moment. Now, how does improving your mental health help you respect yourself more? Well, working on something like your mental health, I know it's difficult and it seems kind of funky for some people, but once you achieve it, you genuinely feel so happy about yourself. Like, I know this year I've really tried to improve my mental health and it has worked for me. And I just feel so proud of myself for that, man. Like, I'm proud of the other things I've done this year, and there's many things I didn't do good this year. But improving my mental health is something that I just feel so good about myself for. Not because you genuinely just feel better, but also the fact that I took that time, I did that effort, and now existing feels better. It's like twofold. It's like, yes, now feels better, and I'm proud of myself that I achieved this. This is so important for you, man. Lastly, being productive is the ultimate happiness for a young man. You may have noticed in all these points productivity, 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 productivity. This whole video is technically about mental health, not just this point. But being productive in things that matter and working towards your future self and knowing that there's good things coming up, being able to be proud of today and knowing that good things are coming up. You're going to get those good grades, you're going to get fit, you're going to be attractive, you can get that girlfriend, you can get those good friends, you can achieve these things while also being proud of yourself today that, yeah, I worked towards that, I did good in that. It's fantastic, man. Think of the alternative. Think if you spent the last week doing nothing, not studying, playing video games, watching porn every day, and then you realize, wait a second, I have exams coming up in 3 months, I'm not ready, I'm going to fail, I'm going to do terrible. So now you feel shameful about today and anxious of the future, which is terrible for your mental health. And respecting yourself, feeling shameful is a horrible, horrible feeling. And very bad for you too, actually. But if you do mess up, it's natural. Learn from it, try and improve over time. But what I found out, oh my, just automatically drew an arrow right there. Being productive is so fundamental to you. feeling good about yourself, feeling like you did something good for a change, is so amazing. And to me, this is the ultimate definition of both good mental health and respecting yourself. So, this is what I want to leave you with. Just try and make this kind of like the motto of your life is like, work hard in things that matter, make the progress, even if it takes you a long time and you mess up a lot. Over time, you'll get a lot better. You'll get a lot more consistent. And I know it's such an amazing change. So I really, really hope this helps, man. Get out of here now, get off YouTube, go do some good work. Much love.